Yeah, so today we will learn about the very important section in the criminal law, that is the nuisance. It is stated under section 268 of IPC. It is one of the most important topics in certain law exams like Clat, Slat, Ail, Mhcet, and etc. So let's begin. Okay, so first we'll learn about the types of nuisance. There are basically two types of nuisance. It is broadly categorized into two types. The first is the public nuisance, and the second is the private nuisance. So public nuisance basically is the obviously the word itself says it consists of public. The nuisance which is occurred upon or which happened upon a large section of people, citizens, and as a people as a whole, and we can consider it as a society as well. So these are known as a public nuisance. Beside that, there is a one more type of nuisance that is known as private nuisance. Private nuisance is a kind of nuisance that happen on an individual person, a person or a girl or a boy or an individual. It can be anyone. So it generally happens in a private person. Next, we'll learn about. Okay, so we learn about now. We shall come upon the definition of nuisance. What exactly does it mean by the term nuisance? So uh, basically, let's read the lines. What does it say? A person is guilty of a public nuisance who does any act or is guilty of any illegal emission which causes any common injury, danger, or annoyance to the public or to the people in general who dwell or occupy the property in the vicinity, or which must necessarily cause injury, right? Obstruction, danger, or annoyance to the person who may have occasion to use any public right. So it basically says it makes a person guilty of what makes a person guilty of public nuisance is that if his act or if he does any act or is guilty of any illegal omission, like obviously consider both of the things, omission as well as act. Omission is not to do an act, right? And act is itself an act. So, which causes a common injury. To say there are so many people and you're doing something that cause injury to them, which cause danger to them, like you are pelting stones, like you are, you know, uh, making loud noise using your drums and your music system, etc. You're causing a lot of annoyance. It's perpetually, it's your habit. You make a lot of annoyance to the residential complex or the people who are lives nearby you, or you're like somewhat uh, very like you're just opening a something, some shop or some sort of things in your residential home where people are basically for their residence, so which cause annoyance to them, right? And that is known as public or the people in general, right? Who dwell to occupy the property in the vicinity. Vicinity is an area, so who occupy that particular place, and if they if they get annoyed by you, if get common injury by you, if their lives are in danger just because your act or an omission, then you are guilty of public nuisance, right? Or there's one more important thing, that is you must be harmed, right? You must be uh, the act that has been done, it must cause injury to you, right? If it is not causing injury to you, you're not getting harmed, if it is not putting in an obstruction, if it is not danger for you, then that particular person is not doing any sort of public nuisance. You should remember. Next will come upon private nuisance. Private nuisance is just as simple. If you cause obstruction to your neighbor privately, if nobody is getting annoyed by your act except for your neighbor or except for your maybe a landlord, so these kind of acts which causes injury or which annoys people individually, so it is considered as a private nuisance. Let me take an example. Like you're pelting stone to the, in the ground or maybe the garden of your neighbor. So it is causing particular harm to that particular person. So it is considered as a private nuisance. Next, we'll learn about the important judgments of this case, right? So, important judgment. This is one most important case, that is Sheikh Ismail Habib versus Neeraj. So, I'll just tell you the quick brief of this case. That is the Sheikh Ismail Habib was the that respondent in this case, and Neeraj was the defendant. He was the respondent, right? Oh, sorry, I just took the things from. I just made a mistake. Straight. Okay, so he was. It's a criminal case, so he was a defendant and he was a fraudster. So the facts are that Neera Chand was a person who was living in a residential complex, and Sheikh Ismail Habib was his neighbor. So Neera Chand, just out of his charity, and he just lended a part of his house. Okay? He just lended a part of his house for charity purpose. Like uh, people can come there from anywhere and have some like pujas or something like that, or something of that. So any kind of organization or any kind of program they can do there, and he had just lended it for the charity. Here, the Honorable High Court stated and came to a judgment that he has done. This is a kind of thing that is causing nuisance to its Sheikh Ismail Habib, and this cannot be the particular charity thing cannot be used as a defense by Neeraj because you're living in a residential complex and it is not pertinent to do some sort of programs like pujas, the bhajans on a daily basis, right? And you cannot lend your residential complex for a commercial purpose. I wouldn't say it's a commercial purpose because he was using for his charity, but still, you cannot just lend it and as far as it is causing annoyance to others, it is causing a disturbance to others, it is not. So this was something that I wanted to give you, and this is one of the most important topics of any law exam, whether you're preparing for LSAT, whether you're preparing for LSAT, whether you're preparing for LSAT, whether you're preparing for CLAT, whether you're preparing for any other entrance exam. It's very important. So thank you for watching till here. Follow for more. I'm here to give you all the videos, whatever you want. Just comment down below. I'll make a video on that particular topic. Thank you. Thank you very much.